Oh man, well, we're live. It's Thursday. Got a great guest with us. I don't have an opener. I don't know. Do you got anything funny to say before we get started, Deluxe?
We fired everybody, and it's going to be extra me and extra for the rest of the time, and for forever. So get
We
used to
learned
it.
from Hasbro.
Yeah, we laid off everybody, and he's like, "Man, I got to have you in, man. You're a hell Hasbro guy." I'm like, "Yeah, I
Yeah,
used to
exactly.
be. I'm not anymore." But
I outsourced to the artist formerly known as Hale Hasbro. Well, hey, I'll roll the intro.
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
yeah, we're gonna have to knock all those people off, and just me and you gonna be up there, and then I'm gonna say that was me.
I don't know how T would like that one.
Probably not. People didn't like it.
Before we get into discussions, let's go ahead and thank you for tuning in. If you're watching us here live on YouTube or watching us here on, after we've gone live, thank you very much. We would not be able to do this show if it weren't for each and every one of you all who tunes in each and every week. We love you guys. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And I really appreciate everybody that tunes in. We've got a bunch of people hanging out with the chat. We'll do shout outs in a little bit. But before we get in that, make sure you hit that like button because it helps us out in the algorithm. We are really close to being monetized. That's my goal for 2024. To get monetized so StreamYard can pay for itself. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We also have a Teespring store in the link in the description below. So if you're interested in supporting the channel, we've got some of the best price podcast shirts out there. You're going to look good and you're going to help our channel out. And also make sure you hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell. We had some bonus videos, some unboxing videos of the new HasLabs on the channel this week. So if you're not already subscribed, maybe today's the day we earn your subscription. Ring that notification bell because you never know when we're going to get, extra content out there. And that's another goal for 2024 is to get some more content out here. And also, before the year wraps, I'm going to have a giveaway for you fine folks out there. Next week, I'll announce that. And then we'll give that item away in the last show of the year when we do our top figures of the year. So, I got a very special guest with me today. You know him. You love him.
No, you don't.
He's a founding man. Oh, I love you, man. Yeah, you're like, I say this, I say this is like, you're a friend that's been in my home. You're always welcome in my home.
I'll be there next year. Baltimore.
Yeah,
Baltimore.
I'm stoked. I am stoked for TFCon Baltimore. We're going to have a ton of fun. I wish we could get Patriot Prime to come, but he's got his election officer duties.
Yeah, I think Cato. I'm hoping Cato will go.
Yeah.
Fire Talks. I think. I don't know about the Florida boys. I don't know about them coming up, but hopefully they will.
I thought Rodimus said he was coming up.
Did he? I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't asked. I haven't really put it out there in the chat. I haven't asked if anybody, who's all going. Everything like that. Patriot Prime. Yeah, he's got to work. Which kind of weird, man. This first time it's been in November. They pushed it back to November. I don't know when.
They probably didn't want it at the same time as Baltimore Comic Con.
Oh, well, I mean, I think it still had when we went to Baltimore, they still had a bunch of, walk-ins, and everything. So I thought
they did.
It was pretty, but.
I knew some people that liked bouncing back and forth between the two, and it worked for Baltimore Comic Con since, they got additional business from out-of-staters that wouldn't have been there.
Yeah. So I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to go see everybody, see y'all and everything.
You can see my new house. Yeah.
Yep.
But unfortunately, it's gonna be November, so we won't really.
I don't care. Still swimming naked. Do not care. I'm getting butt ass naked, and that's gonna be on my OnlyFans. And so it's $5.99 a month if you want to, pay for it. So just saying, your wife's gonna love it. Love it.
Your wife's gonna love it.
No, she's not gonna be there. Unfortunately, she don't want to go. Yeah, when it mentioned Baltimore, she's like, yeah, I'm good.
She's like, we only got.
I love Florida. But I ain't going to Baltimore. I was like, yeah, I understand.
Well, what we got to do is I went with Lance last time, but we got to get the group together to go to the Brazilian Steakhouse.
Okay. Yeah, definitely do that. Definitely.
It's a good time there.
Oh, thanks for having me on too as well. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hey, you're always welcome. You're a founding member of the show, and I always love having you on. So we'll go ahead and we'll get into let's do some chat shout outs real quick. We got a bunch of people in here. Starting out, we got Toy Mafia, always the first one in here, saying yo and yo, and remembering our friend Nightwing and him. I miss that dude so much. I really do. He was a genuine good dude, and definitely miss. We got D-Day McLean with the hail. Good to see you, my friend. Junkie on Crafts Bill saying, hey, I'll finish up some family time and then I'll join. Well, we're looking forward to having you on, Mike, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Look forward to you having the conversation with us. Princeton Felix saying, hello, everyone. And away we've got McLowderig. Good evening, all. Good evening to you, fine sir. TF Hustler saying, let's get this party started. It's always a party, and we appreciate you being here. The Titan saying, wow, a superstar in the house, Mr. Zero. Oh,
yeah, I'm right here.
But he comes back, he shows you some love. And
I can always, he's always, him and Princeton, I mean, there's stuff in there, but a lot of them always will comment on our reviews. I really appreciate
it. Your mic's cutting out a little bit.
Oh, was it? Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. Princeton saying Deluxe will be the only Hasbro.
I wish I worked for Hasbro.
We got Mecca's reviews saying, who bought the HasLab Deathsaurus on eBay? I paid $2. I mean, that's not a bad price.
Not
but
bad.
I was happy to get mine at regular.
Yeah, regular cost.
We got Brian Swanson saying, happy Fig Action Day. Thank you very much. I didn't know we had a day other than Thursday. Yeah. And Everly's random saying, hell yeah, an extra deluxe edition of Figure Action. Hey, I like that. I like the extra deluxe synergy there. Man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. But before we do, I know you got some cool stuff this week.
Oh, dude. Good.
Yeah.
Sure. First thing I got, I think it's a new company. Somebody said maybe it's Mech Fans Toys, Mech Fans, Mech Lab, whatever you want to call them, that Mechanic Toys or something.
Yeah.
But this is a serious. This is their Armada Starscream. You know, if you follow my channel, I'm a big Starscream fan, but this is really good. I love it. I hope they make some more. I want some more Armada figures from them in Legend scale. I highly recommend this guy. He's fun, very posable. So yeah, very nice on him.
Is he really Legend scale? Because he
is Legend scale. He's around. He's Magic Square and New Age around that scale. So
right on.
He's good. I got this. I'm never going to transform it. He's in bot mode, so one of the worst transformations ever. The Toon one is in car mode, so now I have one for that and everything. So yeah, not going to review that guy. So screw that.
Maybe just do a short showing.
Yeah, I'm not even going to do a short. Screw it. Pangu Toys. This is the third mold or third time they use this mold, and it's a Leo Convoy. But this is the Black Lion. And he's got a potato sack on him, and why they got cold, I don't know why, but whatever. But it looks cool. So he's got the Wolverine claws, only two, but yeah, this is my third one. I love this mold. It's good. Can't wait to get that one. APC Toys, APC Toys. This is the Flying Viacon, Galaxy Miles, what they call him. It's basically just a knockoff of the original, but they throw in some extra paint and some weapons, which I think he has a new head sculpt and some extra weapons than what the original comes with. So that's cool. A couple more, not much. Got the toy version of Swoop from New Age. So there you go. That's got some shiny stuff going on. And let me bring up this big mamma jamma. Got this guy. This is the Metroplex. It's a Yang Culture. I think they're tied in with Magic Square, and he's nice. I did a review for him and everything, so go check that out. And I did get my Deathsaurus too as well, nice. But he's put up, so I put him up and everything. So that's what I got this week. Yeah,
right on, man.
What'd you get, man? And how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. It's been a heck of a week with work and all, but I'm finally wrapping up, which is nice because I'm taking the last week of the year off.
Oh, me too.
I'm excited about that. Nice.
Me too. I got Christmas. I got 10 days off straight. After next week, I got 10 days off. I'm excited.
I'm off from. I guess they might cut us loose early on the 22nd, but I'm off the 25th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 1st. So I get a nice little
Yeah,
Nice
about
little
10 days.
span of
You
time.
get about 10 days too as well. No, you get more actually. Well, anyways, sorry.
But yeah, I got a bunch of cool stuff in. Of course, you know, Amazon loves doing the whole, hey, that stuff that was supposed to come out next year. Well, guess what? You got it now.
Psych. Get them all
Yeah.
now.
This is the one I really want. I love this figure. This is the Legacy United Voyager Optimus Prime from Animated, and it's really funny because I still have my original animated Optimus. And this is like the case where this is actually a better figure than the original animated one. Which the only thing I wish this one did is I wish he had that retractable faceplate.
Oh yeah, like the original. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you know he's got the tune accurate axe, and this is a really nice accessory. You can actually take your blast effect pieces and port it into the back. So that one weird random one that I have from Studio Series 86 Magnus, that's gonna live there. I love that figure. And then also another one that I was really excited about was the Voyager Thundertron.
I'm gonna have to get that guy.
Yeah, he's really good. Again, like the theme, I guess, is they're all missing one feature, but the paint. Let me embiggen myself. So yeah, the original figure was totally lacking paint. And this guy is not. I mean, you can see all the details. He's got his beard picked out in paint.
Silver, like got some silver in there or something. Yeah,
silver accents. Just a lot of good engineering. Only thing I wish is that he still has the peg leg gimmick over here. There's no ankle pivot on that, and I'm okay with that because when he has the peg leg, you don't need an ankle pivot. But I really wish that his foot still turned into a parrot because I thought that was
cool.
That was the coolest thing on the original. And then
I don't remember the original. I have it, but I haven't messed around with that a long ass time. So
I sold mine. Like I did a purge, and I can't remember why I sold them. I guess I was just like, yeah, I got no connection to this. But I missed them when I sold it. It was like one of those. I got the two Infernac guys, Chase, but the real exciting one is
Bumblebee.
No, I don't. He's not coming until January. But I got my Dinosaurus, and I've got him in his throne. He's ready to go in the talk.
Somebody told me the throne looks like hemorrhoids, and now I cannot unsee that. I was like, damn, dude. Why you gotta tell me that?
In pictures, it doesn't look great, but in hand, it actually looks really nice.
Yeah, it's kind of light, and I knew it would be, but it's good. Yeah. Overall, I mean, like I said, the only fault I had was the chest plate, you know, the breast mat or whatever, the tiger breast. You had to kind of work with it to get it in there. But other than that, I'm really that's a good. I don't know what it is, but they treat HasLab like it's really good. I mean, they give it some love and care for them.
So prior to the show, you were telling me like the little trick, and I did it. And all you really need to do is take these feet. And by default, they're down. But if you put them in like an L shape, like you see here,
kind of
how they are. That's how they should be. It'll go. Get him out of the chair. I like the fact that he is like he has those cuts for him to fit in the chair. It goes in. It'll lock in. And not going anywhere. So
you just gotta work with it. It'll be good. Other than that, paint's good. I even like the Space Chicken mode. It's good.
Yeah, they did a much better job with him than they did with Star Saber. So
I mean, Star Saber is still good. I mean, I like it. It's a good Transformer too as well. But they put some love in. They put some love in some Death Swords. But I'm excited what they're gonna do. What the next one's gonna be. I wonder what they're gonna do.
Yeah, it's a good question because some of us were speculating. Well, maybe they'll do Tidal Wave as a HasLab, and no. Granted,
I wouldn't. I want Tidal Wave on the main line. I don't want a HasLab because then you're gonna just hear people bitching about it later on. I didn't have it. Shut up. I don't care. Anyway, don't do a main character. Do like the Victory Saber. Unicron. That's a main character too, but I know how big he is. You have two, so
I have two. So I want them to do a G1 toy Unicron.
That would be pretty cool.
Make that G1 toy Unicron that we never got, and put it in G1
big belly one.
The big belly one. Yeah, make it make it like in the same
No,
original.
make it like
G1
make it like it did. Make it like it was back in '86.
That's what I'm talking about. Make it like
No,
it
the big
came out
belly
in
one.
86.
Just fake that one. Really? No,
That's what
I
I'm
would
talking
not
about.
want that. I would not want that.
There's a lot of people that would though.
Yeah.
Now, I personally wouldn't get it, but you got to think there's a lot of retro collectors, and it's a figure that never came out. It would be
do the RC then. Do the RC that they were supposed to put out. I think back in.
I mean that wouldn't need to be a HasLab though. They could just do that for if that was a Walmart exclusive, that thing would fly off the shelves.
I bet they still keep with the kind of the Victory Master Force kind of line. I bet they do some stuff because, like I said, I don't think they want to do a main character like you said, Tidal Wave. I think that would really, and that would probably tick me off too if they put Tidal Wave as a HasLab. I mean, I'm going to get it anyways, but it's still, no, you don't.
I think they're going to do Neo Unicron. I really do.
I can see that.
The reason I think that is because they're doing Magmatron. Why would you do Magmatron? Like, that's such an obscure character.
Yeah.
Why would you do Magmatron as your commander class? Such an obscure character from Neo. He did get released in the US, but under the Beast Machines Dinobot line.
What about them doing what would you think about them doing a recolor of the Unicron into Energon colors?
They'd have to do a retool. I wouldn't.
Yeah, they would have to retool it. Yeah.
But if they did Armada Unicron, there would definitely be a big market for that because Armada, like the kids that grew up with Armada, like they're nostalgic for it, and they've got disposable income. They've like aged into having disposable income. So there's definitely. And I agree with Larkin. Larkin said I don't think HasLab should be repainted.
Yeah, I don't think it would either. Yeah. But don't put it past Hasbro. I'm there. Yeah.
So, well, let's talk some Transformers news because we got a lot of stuff. We're gonna get the dud out of the way first. Did you see that they're doing that Year of the Dragon Transformer?
Yeah, that's a terrible mold.
Yeah,
Steelbane or something. I think what it was.
Yeah, so we had like predicted it on the show that because we were like looking at it and we were like that looks like that Last Night.
Yep.
Figure.
They with the teaser they said it was the Steelbane. Yeah. It's a nice box. I like the box. I like the weapon too. The weapon looks pretty cool.
The face sculpt too. I like how he kind of like looks like one of those sculpted Chinese guards. But yeah, this mold is just
that mold is trash.
Yeah. I mean, the dragon mode here. I mean, they did a good job with the retool.
It looks good. Like I said, they can make pictures look good, and I like the stand. I would probably display it like that right there. To be honest, I think it'd be all right. I love the box. The box looks good, but I'm good. I'm good on that one probably.
Yeah, and also they're gonna want like $40-$50 for this sort of deluxe. I mean,
at least maybe 60 probably.
Yeah, I'm curious if he'll show up in Target since they Toys R Us used to always get these.
Yeah, what was the Year of the Dragon? They did the Year of the Dragon. Wasn't the Starscream part of the Year of the Dragon? Wasn't the Prime?
I think it was Year of the Horse was the Prime and the Starscream because they reissued that Cybertron.
The Cybertron one.
Yeah,
I have that one. What was the year? They did a Year of the Dragon. Who was in the Year of the Dragon?
I think
did they do the Year of the Dragon? I can't remember.
You know what it was? They did that Energon Prime, and they re-released the Energon Omega Supreme.
Oh yeah, okay, I got those. Okay, I got those.
Yeah,
okay.
Because they did Year of the Horse, Year of the Goat. And Year of the Goat was a weird one because they did those bronze. They did like the bronze Soundwave masterpiece, and then they reissued G2 Prime, but he was like mostly clear, and it was like you didn't paint his face.
Ah, yeah, I got those too. I love clear Transformers.
Year of the Horse was probably the Year of Horse Prime was probably my favorite because that was just a cool looking repaint with the clear trailer and the gold and the black and the all that stuff worked really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's a pass for me. I don't know. That might be good. I don't know.
Curious in the chat if anybody's going to get this. Larkin says maybe Amazon US might get it because it's an Amazon Singapore exclusive.
If it was $20, I'd probably buy it on it. But like I said, it's probably going to be $50-$60 probably more.
If it is an Amazon exclusive, I would say wait because it probably, like all their other exclusives, will probably get like halved in price.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, give it time.
So, and it sucks too because that Dennis Nedry and Spitter pack that they did for Jurassic Park, that was a good set, man.
Yeah. It's
And
on sale.
yeah.
They're on sale. They're always on sale. Ooh.
So, Cybertron Fest happened, I believe, earlier this week. What was it?
Last
It
weekend.
happened
Last
Saturday.
weekend. Last
Saturday, the
weekend.
9th.
Yes. 9th through the 10th. 9th and 10th, I think. That's what they did.
Yeah. And we knew we were going to see Tidal Wave because they were, very open about that. And we also got another reveal. Let's get through the Tidal Wave pictures here. I think this looks fantastic.
Tyler Wade's laying down on the job. First of all, he needs to get up.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Who did that display case? I mean, he still had the 3 shifts.
Damn, man.
Then we also got to look at Origin, and this is a Voyager figure, Origin Wheeljack.
Look at those calves. Man, he on this leg day or half a leg day. I like it. I like it.
I love it. Before the show, we were talking, like what our resolutions are for 2024, and I said I'm gonna get stuff I would never use as a masterpiece, for generations.
Yeah, that's why I'm cutting down. I'm cutting down on the mainline stuff too. So
yeah,
but I gotta get this. I mean, I got the other 2. I mean, you might as well get this one.
Yeah, this is an absolutely awesome one, and I love the fact that they designed it so you can fit. Like he can actually fit Bumblebee in the back of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to fold up the wings, but yeah, that's still. I mean, that's a nice nod. I mean, they didn't even have to do that. People would have got it anyways, but just to throw that in, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, like I said, we were talking about, later on we're going to talk about the Hasbro having troubles, but if you get people in there that love the franchise and know what's going on, you will get good stuff. Once in a while, there's some bad stuff, but most of the majority of the time, the mainline stuff has been really good since Siege. I mean, that whole War for Cybertron line, with Earthrise and everything, Kingdom. I mean, they've stepped up their game. I mean, they're really good. I like them.
I'm going to pull up the behind the scenes stuff for Tidal Wave to get way better shots. I only have one big complaint with them, and
the base ones.
I think that's stupid.
Yeah, I mean it's a throw in. I mean, whatever. I mean, it's cool. It's an option, and the options are always good for Transformers. But I love that alt mode, man. That's a great picture right there. That's awesome art.
The people doing the art are I hope none of them got laid off because the people.
I throw my boxes away, but I hate to because the art on it is so good.
So
that's nice. It's big.
Yeah, comparisons. He's a little bit smaller than the Nemesis. And this is where my gripe comes in. Is a little bit smaller. Would it have killed them to throw in his Minicon?
Oh, they were good. Yeah. You know what? This should have been a Commander class anyways. I don't think it should have been a Titan class. I think it should have been Commander. Would have been fine. And Commander so priced. Simple. So they should. Yeah, I don't understand what's the deal with them not throwing in the Minicons. I mean, they don't have to do anything. I mean, they don't have to activate anything. They just.
Yeah, they want to sell those in packs.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like that. That Starscreamer I showed you. It comes with a little swindle. It doesn't transform or anything like that. It's just a nice little nod that hey, you got the little Minicon there. It doesn't activate anything, and it's pretty cool.
But it completes the character.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a great way to put it. It just completes it. It's Armada. That's what they were. That's what they're known for. That's what it is. It was the gimmick, and that's what it was.
Yeah. Hey, good to see you, Aquateki. And D-Day, I do have the Robeson Prime. Deluxe, you have the Robeson Prime, right?
No, I'm good on that. I'd rather buy some 3-0 stuff or somewhere a yellow part or something.
Yeah. And Larkin says Hasbro ain't alone in laying off folks. GM had 1,300 layoffs. Spotify, Charles Schwab, a ton of it's kind of rough out there. But we'll get to it. It's not going to be all doom and gloom on the Hasbro part. We're not going to be fully beating up on Hasbro. We will a little bit, but there's a lot to unpack with it because I've heard a lot of commentators this week who aren't in the toy space making claims and blames on why this is happening, and I disagree with a lot of them. So we'll get to that at the end of the show. So stay with us if you want to be part of that discussion.
Yeah. Stay with us anyway. It doesn't matter if you want to.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have fun. We got Deluxe, and this is the cool part. So a lot of speculation that we were having was like, well, how are they going to do this? If he's a commander class, how is he going to combine with Megatron? And they did it the way that I was predicting, where he just has the parts, right?
Yeah.
So there's a panel in his back that holds, and
Yeah. That's cool. And I think even if he didn't even combine with Megatron, I'm still gonna get him because his tidal wave. I mean, he just looks pretty badass.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. Everybody likes tidal. I think everybody likes tidal. He's one of those characters that a lot of people have a following. He's just one of those bad, from the game especially. I mean,
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Optimus Prime firing up at that big ass tidal wave. That was awesome.
Oh yeah,
dude, that's an underrated game. That's probably one of the better.
They should reissue it.
Oh yeah, that's probably one of the best. That's probably one of the better Transformer games they've ever done. That was so fun. You hear the transformation sound, and it was just a fun game.
Yeah.
I mean, I miss that game.
They took they took the concepts of Armada, but they made it more mature, but in a good way. And I remember watching, because that was the early days of the internet too, still. And the developers, I want to say it was like 2002.
Was it 2002? Oh, wow. Yeah. Man, that's 20 years old. I'm freaking old, man.
Yeah. I'm right there. I'm sorry. It was 2004.
Was it 2004?
2004, yeah.
So about 20 years next year. So.
Yeah. Because it was interesting. They were almost into Cybertron at that time, like Transformers Cybertron when they came out with that game. Because they just called it Transformers. They didn't call it Transformers Armada.
Yeah. What are you doing, Bobby?
Oh, we got Gator in the house?
Yeah. Piss off, Mama? Yeah. Okay. That's good. I'm excited.
Yeah. So I guess it's safe to say we're both in for the tidal wave.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Both excited for it. Next up, this one I'm curious what you think about it. Now, I'm iffy on this one because I have the Monocrat Mega Tank. But we get an in-hand look at the Studio Series concept art Megatron from the Bumblebee movie. This is a leader.
Right. Yeah. That skull's kind of weird looking, but I like it. I don't like the alt modes. The alt modes are not that meh. They're kind of meh.
Yeah.
But
the tank mode is kind of meh, but the jet mode, it reminds me so much of like animated Megatron. And that's why I think I don't mind it. Yeah. Well, I mean, remember his not before he was the helicopter, like before he got blown up and was just the head.
I don't remember shit. I haven't watched them animated forever, so
they just put the first episode up on YouTube and they put it out in HD. Yeah.
I put it on my news segment. Yeah. You should watch that in my news segment. Everybody else watches it. Nobody but you.
I watch when I can.
It's all right.
I know.
But it looks okay. It looks okay. Yeah.
What I'm not feeling though is the size of him. Like this is a leader.
I mean, he's taller than Optimus. He wasn't really much taller than Optimus by very much, usually anywhere in any of the cartoons.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the turret, but he's not like a huge leader class, and he doesn't come with much. I'm guessing it's probably all in the engineering.
Yeah.
So
I think he's got some decent articulation as well. I mean, the only reason why I would get this is because it's just something new. It's a newer, like a new version of Megatron, I guess.
Yeah.
And he goes with the Bumblebee movie stuff, and this is what he should have been in the movie, and that would have been cool if we saw him like this. I think that would have been pretty cool.
Yeah. And I kind of echo what Larkin's saying. If he's as complex as Rise of the Beast Primal, he'll be okay with it. I think he's going to have the engineering. I just think that they did a good job making up for it with Primal by giving him all the extra accessories. I mean, granted, this guy wasn't in the movie at all, but yeah, it would have been cool if he came with like an Energon mace, give him like some blast effects.
Yeah, I think every Transformer should come with blast effects.
I agree. That was a cool thing about that source is like I didn't realize that he came with the two blast effects. Like it was a complete package.
I think every Transformer because for me because I take pictures, it really helps. But it's just the playability. I mean, it's just the playability to have that stuff.
It makes you feel like the value's there too.
True. Yeah. It's not much either, and you just like they throw in a couple, pennies and stuff like. But it feels like you got something extra, to go with it. So when you're paying $80 for a leader class or something.
And speaking of the leader class, a lot of people weren't able to find this guy. I got mine off Amazon. I think most people did. I don't know anybody that saw
did
them in
that
the
Toy Store. I
store.
think where I got mine.
Yeah. But they are reissuing Optimus Primal in a new windowed box for the leader class.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get him, or last week we talked about how DNA Designs is teasing that Ape Link conversion kit.
Yeah.
I say if you want an Ape Link, wait for them to do an Ape Link, because they're going to retool this into Ape Link.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I
think they're I never got the which one was Prime? The 102, I think. I never saw him. So
I've never seen him in stores. There is one guy that I know who's a local guy. He found one at a local Target, and that was it.
Yeah, I think they stopped making them or something like that. I don't know.
Everybody
wanted one. I don't know why everybody wanted one. I was like, all right, it's cool. I guess. Yeah.
It should have been I mean, like, you should always have like the main Optimus Prime, available and on the shelf. I mean,
yeah.
I want to save so much of this for like when we get to Hasbro's issues, but their distribution really is a problem. I'm glad to see that the Origin Wheeljack is not a Buzzworthy exclusive.
Yeah, I think Buzzworthy's gone. I think they're done with Buzzworthy.
I hope so, because it's been the weirdest subline.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm tired of Optimus Prime. I'm sorry, but gosh, dang. I mean, new companies coming up. There's a new Legends company coming that has a new Starscream, which I'm happy, but it doesn't look right. And they got a Prime with a basketball, so he's a baller now. And it's like, and everybody, I mean, every new company comes with a Prime. It's just like, there's two new Legends class. One with the Bayverse and then one doing a G1. I was like, I am so sick of seeing Optimus Prime. I'm just,
I feel you, but at the same time, it's like, like you're a Starscream guy. There's a lot of Optimus Prime collectors, and you need to have the core characters in order to bring in the new fans. Because one of the challenges I see is like, if you're a kid and you go to the store and you're like, man, I love Transformers, and like, wait a minute, who the hell is Towline? Who is Freezer? Who is, you see the pink Bumblebee, Laserbeak. Where's Optimus Prime? Where's Grimlock? Where's Starscream? Where's Megatron? Where's Soundwave? They got to keep those core characters there, or they need to start some new media like they did with Beast Wars, like they did with Prime.
I would love some new stuff. I would love new characters. I used to ask that around when I was doing around 30. Would you still, would you like that they brought in like something that, over a different universe, new characters, no Optimus Prime, no, Megatron. And I think that'd be refreshing to get some new stuff in, So
I agree. I'd love for them to do, a sequel series, or pick up where G1 left off, or tell a story like Beast Wars, where it's like a bunch of Transformers that land on a planet and they have to pick up, something. There's so much that could be done, and you could introduce a new cast of characters, but they have to be focused on writing good stories. They got to bring in good writers they can't put it somewhere where it's like got like a 6 a.m. time slot, or it's not going to get promoted. Like, oh, hey, we put this on Paramount Plus, but we're not even advertising it.
I heard that the new comics, which I think I need to start reading. I heard the comics are really good.
Yeah,
and, I'm excited for that. Yeah, Mark been reading them. A lot of people in our chat are reading them. Yeah. I need to find them and start reading them because they said they're really good.
They're on Amazon, but they're double the cost, and that's why I haven't pulled the trigger. I want to go to a comic shop and buy all three.
Yeah, I have a comic shop here. I'm going to try to. I'm going to go by there and see if they have them and everything. So.
Yeah, and Larkin's chiming in saying,
they said that, man. I think Prime suplex somebody or something, and which is wild. And I mean, it's just I've heard some really good stuff. I think the cover of the new one, I think cover 3, you got Prime and Soundwave, and like you got Ravage, tearing Optimus apart or something. I don't know, it's weird. I was like, man, that's wild. I love that.
Yeah. The Titan says not much creativity these days in Hollywood. Unfortunately, I agree. Did you see Godzilla -1?
Not yet. I'm going. Hopefully, we'll go Saturday and go watch it. I think it's still in the theaters.
So, they're expanding the run of it.
Right. Yeah. So I looked it up today, and it's still. I was going to see if we can go. Lisa's going out of town tomorrow to go watch the Nutcracker in Memphis, and then she's gonna be back Saturday, and I'll probably try to go watch that. There's another movie. Oh, I forgot the name of it. That looks pretty good too as well. I think Kato put it in the chat one time. But yeah, I'm gonna go watch. Probably go watch Godzilla on Saturday.
I was not expecting. I was like, I figured I was gonna like it.
Mm-hmm. I heard everybody that's watched. I mean, everybody in the chat, loves it.
It's the best movie I've seen all year.
Wow.
And I've seen some good movies this year.
Wait. Rise of the Beast, man. That's my favorite movie. I don't care who you are. You're not a Transformer fan if you don't like Rise of the Beast. I said it. No.
That was like the most mid movie I've seen all year, unfortunately. I mean, the action was fun. There were things I liked about Rise of the Beast, but
man, I got a little mini chub when Prime said roll out, and then Primal said maximize it all together. I was like,
Primal was the best part of that movie. I
agree. I agree. Primal was freaking awesome. I loved it. Remember Mirage didn't really bother me either. I thought I was not gonna like
it.
But
I hate Pete Davidson, but I like that character.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job. So anyway, sorry. Yeah, Godzilla.
To go back to the Titans comment though, it's like I want to see Japan make a new Transformers. I think that's what we need. If they can, Toho can make this new Godzilla, and they did it for under $15 million.
Yeah,
and the movie's made $60 million.
That's awesome.
How much did Rise of the Beast cost? I mean, I think it was like upwards of 150 million,
150 to 200 at least.
Yeah, and probably $100 million marketing budget. And
that's one of the lowest. It was the lowest. It was the lowest thing. But I mean, all the Marvel movies that came out this year, everything is just nobody's going to the movies, which really sucks.
No, people are going to the movies. They're just
not here. I mean, maybe in a bigger place, but man, I remember when even in my little small town, when a Marvel movie came out, there were lines. Man, I could get any seat in the theater now. I mean, for every Marvel that came out, it's just there's nobody going to the movies around here.
Well, the problem with those is it's like you have to do so much homework to even be able to go see these movies. Like, it's like, okay, hey, you want to see the Marvels? Well, you have to have watched Captain Marvel. You have to watch Ms. Marvel. You have to have seen Multiverse of Mad. Well, I don't think you have to see Multiverse of Mad, but there's a lot of prerequisites, to going to see the movie. And you see something like Godzilla -1, and you're like, it's a monster.
You just show up. And you're like, okay,
right. And you just show up, and it's about the human characters. And I was like, oh, it's about the humans. But no, I loved the human characters in it. And I was like, man, if they could write a Transformers movie where the human characters have like arcs that you care about.
Yeah, I got killed. In battle. That would be so cool.
Yeah. Man. So I'm looking forward to hearing what your thoughts are on -1.
I plan on. We were supposed to go last weekend, but Gator, he's kind of getting. He's kind of. Yeah, well, his paw. They found out his paw is like disintegrating or something.
What, like the pad, or?
I don't know. I'd have to ask Lisa about it. I didn't really want to hear about it because I don't want to hear. I don't want to know my dog is getting old. So we had to give him medicine and everything. So, but hopefully when she comes back, we can go watch it on Saturday.
Yeah. I think the other issue too with a lot of the movies is the fact is they're making these movies and they're not trying to they're trying to appeal to everybody rather than
the core fans.
And they're not like when the MCU first came out, it was great because you could have action, you could have a heist movie in Ant-Man, you could have like an action comedy with Guardians, you could Civil War, like all the Captain other like, well, let me take that back. Winter Soldier, Civil War, those were very serious kind of like espionage, political dramas. And now it's like all they want to make are like these kind of like Joss Whedon sort of quippy action comedies that are like joke.
Yeah.
And Aquatech,
you're replacing all the male characters with females too. It's just like there's badass female characters in the MCU. Yeah. Use them. Stop replacing the good core class that Thor, all these other ones with that. Stop doing that crap. Nobody, you're finding out nobody wants to watch that. Seriously.
Well, they're the problem with the early superhero movies is they didn't respect the source material enough. And that's like when Iron Man came out. Was it completely accurate to the comics? No, because I mean, obviously you can't have Tony Stark have this happen to him in Vietnam. That's, you know, we'll change it to the Afghanistan war. That works. You know, his origin was similar enough. It respected the source material. It understood who the character was. Robert Downey Jr. understood who the character was, and they did a good job adapting it for the times, and it respected the source material. And they've lost that. Now they're just like, well, we're going to do what the fuck ever. And
we're Marvel. We can do. I mean, we're Disney. You know, you're going to go watch it anyways. Well, no, we're not.
Right.
No, we're not.
Right. Now they're paying the price because they're you know, they tried to appeal to everyone so much, and they're now appealing to no one. And that's
and the people you're trying to appeal to don't even care. They don't go watch the.
They don't go to the movies.
They don't go to watch these things. This stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you know. Wow. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, let's re-rail. We'll talk more Transformers. We're going to come back to that. We're chomping at the bit here to talk about the Hasbro news. This is another one. This is tied to it, and a lot of people are like, you know, doing the whole bot Hasbro is going out of business because of this. Hasbro is partnering with McFarlane Toys.
Oh yeah,
and
we'll talk about
that. And this is a smart move, right? So they're doing Power Rangers, Transformers, and G.I. Joe, as well as Dungeons and Dragons Page Punchers. So if you don't know what Page Punchers are, they're like 5 POA action figures, little tiny ones. They're like 3 inches, and they come bundled with a comic.
Well, that's cool.
This is a smart move on Hasbro's, and because people forget that McFarlane also is part of Image Comics, and even though Image and IDW are not connected, IDW is in rocky terms. I think this partnership's a great idea because it gets younger. Like, these are impulse buy items, and it you know, these are things that could potentially get, you know, a younger audience into these properties. Like, hey, here's a comic, here's a story with the character, a little action figure, and it's $10. You know, you go to
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't have anything. I don't collect McFarlane at all, so I don't have any idea what these are. But yeah, I mean, if you could get something like a backstory, because I miss that. You know, back in the day, we had stuff on the back of the box, and you know, you could just have a little bio,
right, and
you could follow on. You know, have a cartoon too as well. But you know, if you have a comic that goes with it, A+.
If you've never seen a Page Puncher before, I'll pull one up.
I've probably seen one. I just don't know what. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I mean, they have 2. They have 7-inch ones, and then they also have the 3-inch ones. When I Google it, it takes me to Macy's of all. I guess because Macy's has Toys R Us now. But you know, this is what your typical.
Oh, I think they got these at Target, don't they? Or
yeah.
something? Or I've seen them at the end of the row. Okay. Holy crap! All right, I'm out. See y'all later.
What happened?
Wait.
Mike's there. I gotta go.
Wait. Why are you on? I'm on the deluxe show.
Because you were late and you're all fired, so it's just gonna be me and Extra for moving forward. So, we didn't tell y'all, did we? Oops.
All right.
Oops. You said all right. But yeah, I've seen those at the end of the line, or end of the road at Target.
Yeah.
So. Okay, that's pretty cool.
I think it's a smart idea. A lot of people are like, well, Hasbro's obviously in rough shape because they're allowing all these other companies to license.
They've been allowing other companies all the time. What are you talking about? Come on now. Now the weirdest thing, I just found out that they license out their Transformer stuff, but you can't actually have the thing to transform.
Right, and that came up with Flames Toys.
Yeah, Flames Toys, and they've done other stuff too. Yeah. That's wild. I was like, okay, so that's why they lend the license out, which is pretty smart, I guess. It's like, hey, you can have the likeness of him, but if you transform, we're good, we're done and everything. So, 330 had the comics too. Yep. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, that was good.
I wish that they continued doing that.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. That was good times, man.
Only issue some of those comics were repeats.
Yeah, but I mean, they had spotlights, man. You know what my favorite spotlight is? Wheelie, fight me. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. But I like it. Whatever. But yeah, if they came with a comic, that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You guys have Mike is and see,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Okay. Before we move on, Mike, how are you doing, man? And did you get anything cool this week?
He looks tired. He looks like a nap.
Dude, tired is the word. And as for anything this week, like I said, I've just been playing with that thing back there, just the his tank. That's the only thing I got in this week. I do have my Jacob Marley from Four Horsemen coming in tomorrow. So I'm kind of excited to see what that is going to be like, so I can get that put up around the house. We were putting up the Christmas tree and decorations tonight. So if you've never had to do that with a 5 and 7 year old, don't ever do it.
Good times. Good times.
So, but yeah, other than that, things are going well.
Good.
Glad to hear. And did you see Godzilla -1, or do you just?
Not yet. I want to though. I heard it's excellent.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it this Saturday, hopefully.
So, all right. Well, what are we talking about?
Yeah. So, get you. We got one more news topic for official Transformers news. This one's kind of a sad one. I love Beast Wars, and I also love the early Ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z. I loved the Ocean dub better than the Funimation one. You can fight me on that one. But Pauline Newstone, who was the voice of Airazor, sadly passed away.
I didn't know she was sick.
Yeah.
Mike, was she wasn't at BotCon, was she? This past BotCon?
I don't remember. I forget the last one she was.
I can't remember the last time she was at a convention, but I know she had been. I thought she had been one recently. And I'm trying to think if she was at BotCon. I don't think she was. I know, that was Beast Wars. A lot of Beast Wars characters, were there, voice actors. But I couldn't remember if she was there or not. I don't think she was. But
let me look. I can look up here and see who was at the guest list.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I'm definitely gone. Look at this gray-haired man. God, dog, man, Lord, what happened to you, dude? You look old.
Yeah, man. This is how it comes in.
No Shave November. You just keep on going. Nah, I understand. My crap does it. My crap does the same thing, man.
So apparently she passed away in May.
What?
So
yeah. Oh, really?
So
she wasn't at BotCon then. BotCon was in August, so.
So apparently, Candace Santor, who I know you know her, Deluxe.
Oh, she's awesome, man. Y'all need to follow her. If you want just someone to draw beautiful Beast Wars characters, she's a great person too as well. One of the best people you'll ever meet. She is very, very talented. I highly recommend you follow her. She's on Facebook. She's on Instagram. She does wonderful, wonderful art. It's simply amazing what she does with the Beast Wars stuff, man.
But yeah,
she's with Gary Chalk as well. She's always with Gary Chalk. I think she works with Gary Chalk too as well.
Yeah. Well, that was how the news broke. So according to Sabertron, it says
wow, man, May.
The cause isn't known. I know she was born in 1943, so she was approximately 79 years old. So she was.
Yeah, she was up there.
There, yeah. It says the news comes from Gary Chalk collaborator Candace Santora, who was spreading the word of her passing on Tuesday, as it came with very little fanfare at the time. Chalk himself apparently spotted her name during the UBCP Actor Awards, the British Columbia Actors Union, in an in memoriam segment that he attended on November 25th.
Wow.
So, that's how he found out, was through that in memoriam. But unfortunately, like I said, I really liked her as Frieza. She went all the way back to doing the show Captain N. She's a veteran voice actress, so all the way up to X-Men Evolution and the Inuyasha dubs. So she was still relatively active, within the past 20 years. So
yeah.
Before we move into third-party stuff, Sony, good to see you, man. How are you doing? And did you pick up anything cool this week?
Oh, you don't have to. I don't want to interrupt the show.
You're part of the show. You're not interrupting it.
I know, but I'm late. So I've been away from home. My dad's been sick, so I've been in Connecticut. I haven't been able to film anything. Everything's sitting here. Actually, here, I'll turn this.
The pile.
Oh, there's my cat.
Hey,
HasLab his tank. Deathsaurus, Flame Toys Jazz, Flame Toys Hot Rod, Make Toys, Skyfire, and then those Blocks Transformers, which none of I've reviewed any of them.
That Skyfire is not good.
I did open this guy, and I absolutely love this thing. The paint is just incredible. Like they did a lot of
trash.
It's trash, but it's beautiful.
No, it's beautiful, but it's just, the transformation is.
Oh yeah. Oh, the transformation is not fun. But I love it. I'm very happy that they made this because I always wanted, the livery. I'm all about the cars in Transformers. That's like the big part of it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only one I'm going to share for now, just because
Yeah.
I don't want to take up a lot of time.
Oh,
But
good.
I'm behind.
We'll keep it moving. We got a really cool piece coming from Fans Hobby as usual, and it's funny because when we were talking about tidal wave, we were talking about like, well, how are they going to do the mini cons at all?
Mm.
And Brian Swanson has a question for you. Are you going to review the Metagate Shatter?
If it gets, I'm not going to buy it. Actually, Deluxe, you're probably reviewing that, right?
It should be coming in pretty soon, either today or tomorrow. So yeah.
I don't typically look at the Bayverse bots unless it gets sent to me. So check out Deluxe channel for that one.
I'm not looking forward to that transformation either.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
Dude, did you TM? Have you looked at the Kang Toys Kung Pao, that Jaguar car and jet?
No, somebody said they're
good luck with that, man. Good luck with that one.
That was rough.
Oh my gosh! Watch my review. You'll see. It took me forever. My God.
Your pictures look nice though. I mean,
it's good, but I'm sorry, man. We're taking on extra. My bad. I'll leave. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
It's good. I'm excited for these.
So Fans Hobby, they're doing the Star Saber team, the air defense team.
That's awesome. Oh, they do some more.
I love the fact that they include the mini cons with all of their Armada figures.
Fans Hobby they're top three. It's them, Fans Toys, and third party, probably Fans Toys, them, and MMC, maybe XTransbots, whatever. But man, Fans Hobby is golly, they're doing stuff that's awesome. I mean,
right. They're not doing stuff anybody else is doing.
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, they're in their lane. That's the thing. Like,
exactly. That's what. See, I wish like Planet X would come back. They stayed in their lane.
Right.
They did their own. The video game stuff, which is it was going to run out anyways. But you still could do more stuff.
The IDW stuff that Planet X was doing wasn't stuff that MMC was doing.
I wish MMC would. I mean, I know MMC, still putting out stuff, but not a whole lot. I mean, where's my Defensor? Where's my Defensor, people?
There's only one IDW character I want still, and that's Diatlas. And it pains me that no one has done a Diatlas.
That is kind of odd. Because he's a retool of whatchamacallit? Retool of
Starscreamer?
heavy retool. He's a heavy retool, but isn't he a retool of
I mean, he was like the universe. They did the Machine War Starscream. They did a Diatlas of that one, but I don't know which one you're talking about.
There was supposed to be one, and the TFW post goes all the way back to 2018 for Diatlas.
Man, that's wild.
But it looked like it was an original mold because they did get it into the prototype phase.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah. So let's.
Fans Project did one.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
They look cool. I'm excited. And they combine the form of the sword. That's awesome.
Yeah, and all the modes look great for this guy.
Yeah.
Which is great. I love how they put in stand ports so you can put him on like a Tamashii axe stand. There he is being held by
It's pretty cool looking.
Prime.
Mm-hmm. And Megatron too as well.
Yeah.
Can't see him. I can't wait to see him in color pics too as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one where they probably will be able to get a clear repaint out of it because I'm sure a lot of people are
the clear yellow one was the Energon. I think they did a yellow and
they'll probably do clear yellow, clear blue.
Let's see, wasn't there a Dark Saber too?
Yes, the purple one.
Yeah.
The middle one looks like the GI Joe shuttle thing.
Defiant.
Oh,
Yeah.
that big ass shuttle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the Defiant.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool that they transform too.
Yeah.
Yep. That is pretty cool.
I can't wait for them to do a Perceptor. That was always one of my favorite 3-packs from Armada.
Oh, the scooter and the 4-wheeler.
Yeah, it was the scooter, the
skateboard,
skateboard, and the bike.
Oh, it's the bike. Okay, I'm sorry. There was another one, the 4-wheeler. The one of them had a team of 4-wheeler.
What was the shield?
Oh,
A
God.
boom shield or something? That was two cars or something, like race cars or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's like a drag, like a.
But I think there was one with a 4-wheeler, I think, that combined. Somebody will tell me in the thing. Probably Larkin. He's probably Googling right now.
So let me pull up this die atlas real quick because MMC was going to do this. And this goes all the way back. Now this was confirmed to be
Iron
canceled.
Factory has a die atlas like that. Yeah. I know you don't like Legends, but it's
not that I don't like Legends. I just got to stay in a lane.
You don't. It's okay.
Don't.
It's okay.
But yeah, they
confirmed. That was pretty cool.
Confirmed with the designer that it was currently canceled back in 2020. But it did make it to the prototype phase.
Oh man, the soap version. That looks pretty sweet, man.
So Iron Factories was a retool, right?
Probably of Starsaber.
Yeah. Yes.
Because the jet mode was close to a different figure.
Man, it's been that came out like 2020, dude. I'd have to go.
I'm looking at it. It's nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
Maybe.
I have it. It's just it's been forever since I've looked at it. But he looks like. It looks exactly like that. What that prototype was. That kind of mold.
This is less third-party news per se. I believe either Larkin or Inutabi pointed this out, but this is from Magic Square's website. I don't know if you knew this. Magic Square actually has a storefront. You can buy directly from them.
Yeah,
you can order from.
They're fast. They're faster than Shozy.
I believe this as a set is going to be $400, and I think the initial pre-order sold out, so they don't have a price on here,
which is dirt cheap.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For all those, it's
400. That's a lot cheaper than buying a single. What was it, 600 for all of them together? I think, at least?
Yeah, that's real cheap.
Yeah.
Good set.
I don't need another one. I got the ExtraZero one and wait for Fans Toys to get mine in 2026 or something now.
I'm going to offload my ExtraZero 30. Yeah.
This is a really good Menasor.
Yeah.
Very good. So for 400, you get the whole thing.
I wish I could trade. I kind of wish I could trade my ExtraZero one into for this one. To be honest.
I definitely.
He says they set my Metroplex by C.
What this means though is they're raising capital because they just put out that minifigure, the Legends class, and you see that they're partnering.
Oh, the double dealer. Yeah.
With Magic Square. Which is why
Magic Square's got their hands. They got that Metroplex, the one I showed you extra, the Legend Skeleton. They're with them. They got DX9. They got Unique Toys, DX9 and Unique Toys are the same company. But Magic Square's got their hands in a bunch of pies and stuff.
Yeah, and that's really confusing because DX9 started, branched off into New Age. Because when they first started making New Age figures, they would show the DX9 dinos, and all the
on the boxes. I think some of the early New Age stuff had like DX9, like Prime, I think.
Everything. And then here they are partnering with Magic Square. So I don't understand it.
I think the rumor is that New Age and Magic Square are just branches off of DX9, just different designers went off in their own way. I think. And I think it's how it's always been, because you could tell with the Unique Toys, all their stuff, that the little headmasters, they had that gummy plastic, just like Magic Square did. Mm-hmm. So they all branched off some. There's not really any new companies nowadays. It's all branched off of something.
Right. Well, Unique Toys and DX9 we always knew were.
They were
one, but it's odd. I would assume New Age and Magic Square are like direct competitors, but here they are,
I don't think I bet they're not even direct because they're doing. I mean, they're staying in their own lane. I mean, they're doing. Their plastics are different. I think they're just. They took over the game. I mean, right now, if I could stop everything, I would collect only Legends and 3-0. That's the only thing I would probably collect. Moving on.
I think the important thing on this one is this might mean the return of DX9, which is awesome.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. More competition is always good.
Yeah. Agreed.
So,
I don't like DX9. DX9 has one of my favorite carry. It's one of my favorite third-party MP scale. I love how it just transforms all together with the trailer. That's awesome. I love carry. It's one of my favorites. All right.
Mike, you changed your screen name. Did you see the movie Godzilla?
That was the first thing I asked him.
Not yet.
I got to watch it Saturday too. I haven't seen it yet.
We're waiting for Mike to get us access, hopefully soon.
I haven't seen it yet.
It looks good. All right, you can move on from DX9.
Yeah. All right. So moving on, we're going to get out of
Omega.
Yeah, their Omega's the best Omega.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Best
too.
one around.
Good job.
Better than Fans Toys.
Yeah, I broke my Fans Toys. I threw that thing away.
The hip?
Yep.
Yeah.
Snapped the hip off. Snapped the leg off right at the hip.
Put it in alt mode.
Oh, it's done. I already threw it away. All right.
You threw it away?
Yeah, I didn't care for it. Screw it.
There you go.
I'm balling, dude. I'm balling.
That's what happens when
I
you're
was hoping
successful
T
YouTube,
would be
man.
around to talk about these.
Oh, new Marvel Legends.
Yeah. Well, these are for Wolverine's 50th anniversary. They're doing a bunch of 2-packs.
Damn, 50 years, man.
Yeah.
Golly.
Well, it's weird to think that the 70s, 1970,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that long ago. I forget what his first appearance was in the Hulk. But yeah.
Grr.
T was excited for the Secret Empire cap.
This is horrible.
Yeah.
Worst cap ever.
Wait. Why?
Yeah,
The
I don't know.
storyline that's behind this is just.
I don't even know what you're.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
He's trying to
basically
throw
put
a
him in-
non-circular disc. I'll say that. That's a little.
Yeah, it's similar to like his very first Shield, but the whole premise of it is that he was manipulated through the cosmic cube to be a Hydra agent from inception. So he was a sleeper agent for like decades, and then he just started to take over Hydra. It was a very controversial storyline. So
Man, he's got the grr face.
I think it's similar to the Ultimate Universe cap head, and I think it's the same buck as well. But yeah,
Glad I got out Marvel Legends.
yeah.
This looks really cool though.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
So the
I like
comics, the comic Sam Wilson cap.
Neato.
Now, wasn't it that these wings actually can be like, are they wired or are they like hinged? I didn't really like follow the stream today because
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Looks like plastic.
they're,
there's
it looks
two
like they're
of
on a hinge.
There's 2 hinges. Yeah.
okay.
I heard a lot of people are excited for Angel. I think is that
Yeah.
Angel?
Yeah, now that does look good.
Yeah, he's got segmented wings. It's one point, but they can fold in.
Oh, that's
and
pretty
of
cool.
course, it's nice to get a classic Angel as well. I think most of what they do anymore is like the Archangel design.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get a look at the Logan versus Sabretooth 2-pack.
Mm.
That's a reissue of an existing Sabretooth. That's a good mold, but shame they're not doing pinless on him.
Grr.
Who was saying? Dave, who's not on, was saying he's got butterfly joints.
He does because I have
Which
the
is-
Sabretooth, and he's got
the original has it.
yeah the original. This is just a straight up reissue with
Okay.
I believe an additional head.
I thought they always had butterflies, didn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he just said. Yeah.
Oh no, I mean I thought all Marvel Legends had butterflies.
Not
No.
all of them. Some
Oh, it is?
sadly don't.
Okay.
I know nothing. So
Yeah, it's been a minute. Oh, that's cool.
that was
That's a cool pose.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice set. I'm glad that they're not, so a lot of times when they do these 2-packs, they skimp on accessories for like one figure, but you get pair of hands for both.
Is there a movie coming for Wolverine?
There's Deadpool.
Yeah,
He's
Deadpool
doing
3. He's gonna be in
Deadpool 3.
Deadpool 3. I think they're gonna. I think Sabretooth. I think they're bringing in a lot of people.
Yeah,
The multiverse thing.
Yeah, Liev Schreiber, who was Sabretooth in the
Nah, don't say it. Origins.
yeah, he's apparently coming back.
Okay, I liked him as. I think it was okay. I think they did a good Sabretooth.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
good pictures,
pretty cool,
man.
that-
I want to take pictures like that. There we go.
Then you get Joe Fixit and Patch. This is. I don't. That's really gonna appeal to some
That's
old
a
old
big
hat.
figure.
Yeah.
That's a niche collector, like a
all they
clear
should do.
Transformers are for a niche collector. What the hell
I
is
don't
that?
know what this version of Wolverine's supposed to be. Is he?
Oh, that's when he's infected by the Brood.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Looks like the Joker, and the Wolverine had a baby.
Yeah.
That's
the Brood was
Leandra.
basically the Marvel version of like the Alien. So
Oh, okay. No clue.
yeah.
That's why we have Mike here.
What the hell is that?
Well, that's
That is-
Leandra. She's the leader of the Shi'ar Empire.
You got a
Yes.
nice rack. Giggity. What the hell, man?
Yeah.
Wow.
Looks like a gremlin. That's what it looks like. Spike from Gremlins. That's who that is.
And that's
I cannot find my face. That's ugly as sin, man.
now that's really cool. With
Okay. That's cool.
I'm not familiar with this version of Psylocke though.
Yeah, help us.
that's her. That's kind of like one of her original designs when she was first introduced. Again, I don't know if they show the cover or not, but I think that was another like time period when Mark Silvestri was doing a lot of the artwork. But it's a pretty cool design. She was, I think, when she was still brainwashed and was being manipulated by the hand or something. I'm stretching on that one. So
we would believe whatever you said.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's not looking at what I'm doing.
We got more Marvel Legends stuff. They're doing a wave 2 of X-Men 97. So the first wave came out already.
These are new, right? They're not reissued.
These are, as far as I can tell, these are all or mostly new molds.
Yeah.
This Cyclops, from what I can tell, is a completely new mold. And what I like about this is you get all of the things that people like. Again, I wish T was here because this addresses everything that T would complain about. Like, you get the blast effect, you get the blast hand, you get closed fists, you get posing relaxed hands, and then you get a visor. And I love the fact that they give you just the regular visor,
Yeah.
with no like smoke or like optic vapors coming off.
I think the closest version we had before this was that VHS version where they did the really shitty cell shading.
Yeah. So as far as
Really
when the
good
show
looking.
comes out, it just says early 2024. I would assume we should get an announcement soon.
Is it a continuation or is it like a new?
Mm-hmm.
This? That's cool.
It's a continuation of
Supposedly.
where the show picked up. That's part of the reason why it's called 97.
It should start. Technically, it's like season 5 or something.
Yeah.
This is one of those shows that aged well. You go back and watch it; it's still good.
Yeah.
It still hits.
It was a smart adaptation of classic comic stories. I mean, it was like you're just saying.
Yeah.
It was done extremely well. It was mature enough to balance out being a kids show, but still
Right.
had enough mature themes.
it walked a good line of garnering interest for a younger audience, but also making you feel like, because let's see, when it came out with 94, I was like 9 years old, and it did a good job of like, hey, I'm watching something.
Damn,
That's a
I
little bit
graduated
more
the
grown
next
up.
year after that.
That was
Damn.
I mean, they killed an X-Men in the first episode, so
Yeah.
What? Like they killed Cliffjumper? In
Morph.
Prime?
Yeah.
it was Morph.
What was the release?
Never heard of him.
Release
Well,
date?
it just says early 2024, but
okay.
so we don't have a definite. But if they're getting merchandise out, I would assume January, February.
Yeah.
Oh, Larkin also graduated in 94. I guess.
Look at the tatas on this one.
And so this is the
You
Goblin
got a
Queen.
baby. You got a little baby.
Yeah. Madeline Pride.
Goblin. I got something with a goblin on. Y'all getting demonetized.
We're not monetized. So
Okay, then I can say what the hell I
yeah.
want.
You can see what you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
don't worry
found
about
a
that.
good looking Jean Grey because again the VHS copy one, the classic
Fuck
one, was
you,
not a
dude.
good looking one.
What?
Now he's just gonna
What?
take advantage of it.
What? That was pretty good. I could hit
yeah,
that. That's
really-
awesome. See, Marvel Legends should always come with the extra head sculpt, extra hands.
Yeah.
I mean, that's automatic. That should,
But-
I don't know for sure if they do anymore, but
No.
I
That's the
would
problem.
rather her come. I guess that they're probably going to have her do her hair like she is in the box art there because that's more of like her first few season haircut.
Yeah, I mean, there was usually a mix between the pulled back and once in a while it was down. I think it looks better down than in the ponytail thing. But
I would rather her have come with like some sort of effects pieces.
Are you guys
Yes.
collecting this? Anybody collecting?
I'm not. I mean I have my core X-Men. I just need
yeah,
you know what
I mean,
happens when she puts in a ponytail? You know what's going to happen,
okay.
right? Giggity.
I'm assuming Magneto will get
What
a
the hell is
costume
that? Oh, is that
change.
Magneto? God
Yeah.
damn.
Well, they had the other costume already.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was
Oh,
came
okay.
out.
That's cool.
that's from Uncanny X-Men like 200 or something.
Yeah.
Mm.
He was good for a little while. Well, back and forth, whatever. This
Oh,
looks
great.
really good.
Yeah, it's a
Nightcrawler
really good looking
looks
Nightcrawler.
exceptionally
That's cool.
well done. Though he doesn't have two outstretched, at least it didn't appear like he had two open, relaxed things, so he could like actually crawl. But
He's got a wash in the hair
Yeah.
too. That's
Like one.
cool.
so,
That's unique.
And
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't
oh,
remember this guy. Either.
Executioner.
I don't remember it at all.
yeah, he was definitely a '90s comic, one and done type of thing.
You get a lot of stuff though.
He was just
Yeah.
he was a mutant hunter, or he was a mutant that was hunting other mutant type thing. I forget.
Man, that's wild, man. Go and get your own people.
And so he says Nightcrawler looks good, but he doesn't transform.
That is true.
He can
Um,
disappear.
let's do a couple quick hits, then we'll get into our discussion about what's going on with Hasbro here.
Quick, yes, let's do it.
So, Good Smile, they
Hey.
have their Moderoid RoboCop 3 and a reissue of the RoboCop and Ed 209 coming out. So these originally came out in 2021, and they're about the RoboCop's about 6.5 or 6.7 inches tall, and the Ed 209 stands at almost 8 inches tall, which seems a little short for Ed
Yeah.
209. But
Yeah.
I mean, in the picture, it doesn't look terrible. But I rewatched RoboCop with my wife had never seen it, so
What? Divorce.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
man.
now she has.
Did it age well? I don't.
It aged incredibly well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still relevant. I mean, yeah, I would say so. I mean, some of the
haven't
stuff
watched
is corny, but
I like the when they did the remake of it. I thought it was pretty good too.
I liked
wasn't
elements
terrible.
of the remake, but
It wasn't
thought it was
terrible, but it
could have been better.
This one is a little stockier than most of
Yeah.
the RoboCops, which is fine.
are you fat shaming him? What the hell? Come on, dude.
He's just
I mean,
a
I'm trying to
little.
lose
I'm,
weight, but
I'm
you
the
know,
only fat one allowed in this group anymore. So
I'm trying, man. I think I got in the 240s extra. I'm in the 240s
Nice.
now. I've lost 79 pounds.
I'm still in the
Damn,
180s.
man, that's awesome.
But yeah, that's
That's a
you
lot.
lost way more than I have.
That's like a baby. That's a big baby.
And the Titan is correct.
More than a
RoboCop
baby.
Rogue City takes place between
Oh.
RoboCop 2 and 3.
Did you play that yet, Zero?
I love that game. That's
Yeah?
my second favorite game of the year, next to Mario Wonder.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't get enough of that game. Like, if you're a fan of RoboCop, the thing you have to understand is it's not a AAA game; it's a AA game. There's a little bit of jank,
Like
you
a
know,
battery? Like a AAA battery or a AA battery?
like baseball, like AA. You know,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
AA.
yeah,
What you're saying is to relate is that it has some paint but no die cast.
no, it has some die cast. Think of it as let's see. What's a good way? What's a good analogy here?
Sex with your cousin or sex with a stranger?
God, it's not. It's not
What?
with your cousin.
Roll Tide. What? No, not even close to that? Man.
No, different.
It'll be the last time I'm on this show, fellas. So, yeah, sorry.
it was a good time.
Going out with a bang.
Yeah, we'll just move on from that because it's getting itchy.
Yeah,
The Robocop, they look pretty cool. I don't have anything Robocop, but they look pretty cool.
It's got a lot of paint.
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, it's got some battle damage and stuff to it.
now the Ed 209 is a model kit. It's a plastic model kit. I believe it's
Oh,
pre-painted.
Ah.
It's $60, and then
That's not bad.
the RoboCop is also a model kit, but he is $40.99. So
That's not bad.
for, you know,
So
and then if you want the Jetpack one, the RoboCop 3 one, that comes out September 25th for $50. That's not bad. I mean, you think about all the accessories you're getting with, yeah, it's RoboCop 3, and nobody likes RoboCop 3, but he does come with like all this extra stuff for $9 more.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So
Well, I like that gun. I like
yeah,
that.
the Cobra assault rifle, and Mike, you do get the Cobra assault rifle in the game.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
I'll have to check
yeah.
that
The
out.
only thing about the game is, like I said, there's a little bit of jank. You need a PC, Xbox Series X, or PS5 to play it.
All right, no worries. I'll take the
But-
dust off my Xbox.
Yeah, highly recommend it. The gameplay is a lot of fun. The story's fun. If you liked old shooters like Deus Ex or like the
No,
Chronicles
that's
of Riddick
Alabama. Yeah, Arkansas too. We're all the same. Doesn't matter.
I say, isn't that identical?
Yeah, so much. You
All right,
people in the north are
let's
so
do,
funny.
this one I put in mostly for Matt.
Where's Matt?
Not
I've seen
much.
Matt for like
You know,
5 years, man. Is he even on the show anymore?
Every now and then,
Eh.
because
Oh,
they're finally giving him the battle droid
Oh, Star Wars is trash.
and the C-3PO from Attack of the Clones.
Oh, I thought that was a guy from Attack from Mars.
Same concept.
That
So
was wow, man.
there's
That's scary.
vintage
A little
collection
bit
stuff
scary,
coming
too.
out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The uncredited Jack Black intro.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
That
this
old
is
school
not
right
going
there,
to
man.
sell. This makes no sense.
Why would anybody want that? That's like going from.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Hasbro, because that's we've been all about this today.
Have we?
We have. We keep coming back to like this is the reason why. The Associated Press reported Hasbro cuts 1,100 jobs, or 20% of its workforce, prompted by the
Out of
ongoing
business.
malaise
They're
in
done.
the toy business. Yeah, Gotbot is
He's
Godbot's
solid.
like
He was
busting out
telling
the
the truth,
champagne.
man. He was
You
speaking
know.
the truth, man. I bet he's popping cork bottles everywhere. He's like, he just.
Now, earlier in the year, they cut 800 jobs,
Mm-hmm.
and the plan is to save $300 million annually by 2025. At the end of the year 2022, the company said it had 6,490 employees. this is what pisses me off with what they're reporting here. Like many toy companies, Hasbro is struggling with the slowdown in sales after a surge during pandemic lockdowns when parents were splurging on toys to keep their children busy. Last holiday season, many toy companies had to slash prices to get rid of merchandise due to weak demand, and the challenges have continued. Toy sales in the U.S. were down 8% from January through August, based on Circana's most recent. I'm not familiar with Circana. What pisses me off about that is it's not true. Mattel and McFarlane are I think eating their lunch. Mattel actually had a really good 2023, and you could argue that's probably because of Barbie.
It was absolutely because of Barbie, and that's great for them. I mean, that was a phenomenon that was needed. You know,
Kids ain't buying toys. Man, I can't remember last time when I go look for toys. No, I don't see any kids in the toy aisles anymore.
I do, but it's not many.
They're just not. I mean, we're keeping, Hasbro afloat as the collectors.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the kids because they don't play with toys anymore hardly.
Yeah.
That's the reason, not the main reason, but I mean, it's a good reason.
Well, as of October 25th, Mattel was the net sales of.
Yeah, the Titan made a good point. They should just, knock out. They don't want to, cut down their salaries or anything like that on the boards or anything like that.
Yeah.
No, God forbid they don't do that.
What's
we
disgusting?
gotta cut down the lower people.
Chris Cox is their CEO, and it's reported that he's getting a $9 million bonus.
Of course he is.
He makes the tough decisions.
Yeah, he really, because he doesn't know anything about the toys he's actually selling.
What's messed up is that these people are getting let go right before the holidays, and I was talking to Lux about this before we started. Is a lot of people don't realize that November, December, January, those are 3 months where most corporations have a hiring freeze because a lot of their staff is just out. HR is out, payroll's out, management's out, so they can't conduct interviews. This is a really, really shitty time of year.
It's the financial season, so that's why it happens. It's like November, December is a bad time to do it, but usually November.
And 2 weeks before Christmas is an incredibly scummy time. I mean, if you were to divide that $9 million bonus up by 1,100, that's approximately $8,181 per person. That's enough to pay those people for probably each one of them. More than likely, if you do an average, their gross pay for at least one or two paychecks. They could have kept those people through the holidays if he were to sacrifice his bonus.
Now, they might get it through like a severance package or whatnot, but probably not the level that you're saying.
Yeah. I've done the severance package with HP, and like I told ExtraZero, I'm losing my job in 2025, which they gave us a long time, but the call center I work at is not getting picked up, and so they're letting us go, but they give us like a year or something to find everything. But I'm sure I'll get a severance package for that too as well.
Yeah, I mean, and the fact they're closing down an entire office in Rhode Island, which
office or a factory.
Yeah, it's one of their offices.
Yeah.
Their headquarters is in Pawtucket, but the Providence one, which is one of the main cities in Rhode Island, that's a big.
It's not a production facility.
I don't think the way I was reading up on stuff was.
That's interesting because then you're not talking, skilled labor. You're talking designers or marketing or advertising or something like that. Not labor.
Right. And Zero, you were mentioning McFarlane. Remember, McFarlane doesn't answer to anyone except for himself.
Well, I understand that, but I'm tired of people saying, well, it was a COVID surge. That's just such a cop-out. The main reason that has, in my personal opinion, as somebody that goes to the toy aisles, as somebody that sees what's selling, and sees what commentators are saying, they lack focus. Like, Jazzwares was doing very well with Fortnite. Hasbro comes in, swoops up, buys it. They have no leadership. They have no focus. Fortnite is now a dead brand. Not the game, but the toy line is a mostly dead brand under Hasbro because they had no vision, no focus, no marketing expertise to make people learn, hey, Hasbro now has Fortnite. This is what we've done. This is why it's better. This is why, this is the best Fortnite toy line ever. They did nothing. They just got the line. They sat on their hands. I'm a big Power Rangers fan. And the Zord Ascension project came out. John Warden, of all people, was behind it. Again, no fanfare. Came out in a bloated price point. Mostly online sales. No vision, no focus.
And then they gave that,
No
they
marketing.
put that out at the regular retail anyways.
Right. And with their distribution, like Hasbro is their own worst competitor, because this is what, when I was a kid, I remember the summer that Transmetals came out, and I saw those figures and I was like, oh my God. And they had the commercials coming out, next level Transmetals with God, what's his name? The old Transformers narrator coming in, getting you hyped. Those figures stayed in the stores for 4 months. So as a kid, I'm like, oh man, I get $5 a week allowance. It takes me 2 weeks to save up to buy a deluxe figure, because back then they were $8.99, and I needed $10 approximately to cover tax. But I had enough time to save, and those figures were there. The toy aisles were a different place. I think Hasbro needs to understand, what kind of real estate do you have at brick and mortar? How are you advertising your products? Pushing out wave after wave after wave. They're creating an environment where if you want a cool or current or main character, it incentivizes the collectors and the scalpers and the resellers to swoop in and buy all of those up. There's nothing left for new fans. And you don't see that with Mattel. You don't see that with McFarlane. You don't see that with Jada or NECA. NECA restocks their stuff. If you're a Turtles collector and you're like, oh man, I missed the Triceratron with Roadkill Rodney. That figure came out a couple years back. They're restocking it. They'll restock the Turtles. They know what sells. They pay attention. They have reps in the stores. I don't hear NECA saying we're hurting for money. We're cutting our staff. McFarlane it was the best selling action figure line of last year, and people were complaining, oh, there's too many Batman. But they know that younger fans, they just want a Batman. Where's the fucking Optimus Prime? Where's the fucking Megatron? Where are the core characters? They have a buzzworthy Bumblebee line, and they've rarely ever released a Bumblebee for it, And they don't give, the kid lines are just utter crap. They could find a nice balance to create something that, is the engineering on these figures has gotten so much better. They could take figures, have simpler engineering so anybody could transform them, but still make them articulated, still make them, well built. I remember back when Toys R Us was still a thing, and I'll get off my soapbox in just a second here, but they had that Transformers Prime line for kids, and I remember a kid arguing with his parents in the toy aisle, going, well, it's Toys R Us, so it was all toy aisle, but the action figure aisle, the Transformers aisle, going, I really want this. Well, you break all of these. They're made cheap. It was actually robots in disguise. That's what it was. And the parents are complaining that all the figures that they bought for the kid broke. There are so many ways to go about things in a much better fashion. G.I. Joe, don't come, it's like every week I hear people going like, oh, they sent me 5 more Joes. They sent me 5 more Joes. They sent me 5 more Joes. Space it out. You're talking about the pandemic and the economy. People can't fucking afford to keep buying wave after wave after wave after. How many waves have come out this year? Slow your roll. Let people have time to buy what's there. Look at what sells. Look at what people want to look at. Look at what people are buying. Look at trends. They're not doing any of that. They're just forcing shit out as quickly as they can. They want the stores to buy it. Target and Walmart, Amazon are probably buying less because they look at the trends. They see what's selling. They know how fast it gets to clearance.
Dude, Walmarts are stacked full of stuff, but it's just stuff that nobody wants. And dude, I think on your forehead there's a vein coming out of your head.
There probably is.
Make sure you do not touch that because you will probably pass out. All right. We don't want you to,
I'm not trying to be angry. I love Hasbro. I want Hasbro to succeed.
Man, fuck Hasbro.
Well, they just need.
You mean hail him?
Yeah. The problem is it's bad leadership.
Yeah.
It's really bad leadership, and the people that are in charge are very short-sighted. because people like Chris Cox, they're like, I'm getting my $9 million. He doesn't care about the people that work.
They don't care
him.
about the line. They don't care about the lines they have. They don't care about. They don't
Right.
know anything about the stuff they're selling. They just want to. They just care about the dollar. They just care about
it's
selling.
It's corporatism in its worst form, because like as a CEO of a company, you should be held accountable as like the captain of a big ship. You should be liable for all the people that are under you. You know, you should be, the investor should be holding your feet to the fire to make sure that what you've been entrusted with is in good hands. And this guy doesn't seem to care. He's like, I'm getting paid. Fuck that guy.
I don't understand. I mean, I would hate to get that email stating, that we're letting you go, because I got that email and I just knew that, the CEO was, they got so much money, which is fine. I mean, I understand why, because they work. I'm sure they, they probably knocked some over, some babies over just to get to their position. But, what they're, I've gotten that email before, and it just sickens me. It just really sickens me. So
my worry with Hasbro is there's a lot of good talent there, and I don't advocate a boycott for them. I think that people should hold Chris Cox accountable and hold the leadership and the marketing team accountable. They have a horrible marketing team. Emily and Lenny are terrible. Absolutely terrible. They need
I
to
think
go.
they got people in positions that want to do stuff, but I guarantee you they're held back. I think
absolutely.
that there's people that like I said, the three that do the the Hasbro Pulse stuff and everything.
Yeah,
they love Transformers.
Mark
they know it,
and
yes.
the other guy, they're great.
They know, and I guarantee you, they want to. I can just see it sometimes in their face that they want to do stuff that the fans will want, but I guarantee you they're held back from doing it.
And additionally, we've griped about Hasbro Pulse a lot. Why is it that Hasbro Pulse does not do a good enough? And that's the thing, is they have their direct sales site where they expect you to pay $50 to be a member, and yet they'll sell out before the retailers. Like, no, that should be a place where
I don't even go to them anymore. I do not even go to Hasbro Pulse to get. And why is it? Another thing is they're always last to get stuff out.
Exactly.
Like I get stuff from BBTS. I got my Ultra Magnus. I got mine like 3 or 4 months before even Pulse even started putting their stuff out.
The tagline is where fans come first, and they're not doing that. There's so many things that they could look at from within. Now, a lot of people are blaming, the Disney stuff. Like they're blaming, well, Indiana Jones was a massive flop. People are losing interest in Star Wars and Marvel. And, that's their writing on the wall. Like, look at what sells. X-Men 97 is a good idea because it's the 90s designs that people like. Continue with that. Spider-Man is a good thing to run with. People love Spider-Man. The Spider-Man waves sell. When you're don't do these waves of obscure characters.
Yeah.
Pepper them in, but that was the whole point of the Build-A-Figures too. Was I feel like I've been on the soapbox long enough, ranting. Sony, do you have any thoughts on this?
No, I think you stated it well. I mean, I don't know anything to add. They do need to make some better decisions. The thing that bothers me is definitely the bonus thing, right? It's like we're gonna keep our executives paid, and then we're gonna cut this.
Well, it's $9 million to one man. And like I said, that could have gone somewhere. And I'll tell you, like, Nintendo is a good example of leadership that worked. So back when the 3DS was a bomb, and we were going through, I believe there was a recession at the time, but I could be mistaken. I think that 2013 period, historically, they took a cut. Like Satoru Iwata and all the leadership at Nintendo took a pay cut, so the people working under them would not have to suffer for it. That's great leadership. That's the sort of mentality we need to bring here. That's the sort of stuff that we need to say.
You're gonna get your money. I mean, later on, I mean, you're gonna get your money. I mean, they always do. But to sacrifice.
But again,
something
it's short term versus long term. Like, you got to look at the long term success, and you got to look at your legacy. I mean, I would rather be, and maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm cut from a different cloth. But where I work and what I do, I really put a lot of pride in what I do. And if something is my fault, I take ownership of it. And I think that's the sort of culture we need to bring back. to business.
You know what's? I was as you were talking, I was looking up just to see the difference between.
And Mariano, it is passion, not anger.
I was looking at the difference between Mattel and Hasbro, just to see the difference in sales. Like, for some reason in my mind, I thought Hasbro's this massive. It's only
they
like
are the biggest toy company in the U.S.
They are, but the sales are both in the 5 billion.
Yeah,
between Mattel and Hasbro. Hasbro bigger, but not that much bigger.
One mistake that Hasbro's had is they've gobbled up so many brands. I mean, I mentioned Fortnite,
and they sit down. They sit on them too.
Right.
They have so many. Don't they have like masks and stuff, and they have other stuff too? I mean, I don't know if Hasbro has some, but they haven't done anything with them. Man, I would love for them to do like a reissue of mask stuff, even new stuff. I would love that.
And how many lines do they have that failed? Like starting lineup was a big fail, and that shouldn't have been. When starting lineup came out, I was like,
pricing problem.
Yeah, it was a huge pricing problem.
I had tons of starting lineups. Yeah, that was fun.
And the people that got them are enjoying them. Like T's been loving them, but the fact of the matter is with what they did, like you can't. And I understand, like you got to license the players, but how is licensing the players that much more expensive than what you have to do when you have Marvel? I understand. Okay, you have to license the shoes. You have to, you have Nike and Adidas and all these, but you can't. Why even bother with if you can't make these figures under $50? Why even bother? I would be like, okay, we're just going to license the player and we're going to license the team. And if we have to do Nike because they do the jerseys, we'll do Nikes, but the shoes, we're just going to make those generic. We'll leave the tattoos off, that sort of stuff. But it just at the end of the day was a bad business decision. All those Dungeons and Dragons retro figures, who are they for? It's such an obscure cartoon. It's like if Hasbro's like, yeah, we got Skeleton Warriors and we're going to come out with a retro wave of that. It's like, who is that for?
How did those Dicelings do? Did that sell?
I think the Dicelings did better than the figures because the movie was, and that's the other thing with movies, they need to drop EO1. The EO1 has to go. They should just say, hey, Paramount, hey, Universal, Warner Brothers, would you like to make a movie or TV show or something about our properties?
What's EO1?
EO1's their in-house production studio.
Oh.
So, and they have like All Spark Studios and, again, like this new movie that's coming out, they're doing the origin movie and they're like, oh, we have Chris Hemsworth and we have all these actors. Godzilla -1 should be your writing on the wall. If you're going to do a movie, and not only that, but Into the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse was way less expensive than a lot of other movies. So was Across the Spider-Verse. Across the Spider-Verse was only $80 million to produce. Stop making $150 to $200 million movies. It is a waste of money, especially if you're unsure. You can't keep doing gambles. Make a smaller movie where you're kind of guaranteed that the core fans are going to get you your money back that first weekend. And that's another very big problem. Yeah, Iwata was the man. He did, and that was a guy that cared about the company he worked for. And we need CEOs that actually care. They're not just paying the public and the people that work under them lip service. How do you vet those people out? Well, the shareholders also need to do a better job. And the shareholders can't say, this is acceptable. They need to be saying this is unacceptable. And Cox, if you can't course correct, if you can't start doing a better job to protect the people, to protect the brand and the future of the company, you should consider resigning.
Yeah, you're going to get Cox in your ass.
Basically. Well, he's like...
bit of news?
Yeah, that was what I wanted to end it on, was the discussion.
Yeah, my man's ready to go. Man.
No, I just was curious if we were stopping something else from coming up.
He's a little fidgety.
No, I just wanted to save the discussion for last because there's a lot to unpack. And like I said, I've heard a lot of people going, "Oh, obviously it's Disney," and it's a factor, but it's not the sole reason. I think it's the bad distribution, the bad leadership, the bad marketing, the lack of promotional tie-ins that are effective, and just kind of bad data and bad oversight on things. That's my perspective on it. It's a lot of factors that are all coming together that are hurting the company. And then also, part of that focus is how do they sell to new fans? Because the concern prior to COVID was, because we've been doing figure action for over 5 years now. We're going into our 6th year. And I remember prior to COVID, 2018, 2019, we were talking a lot about they say toy sales are down amongst children. So why is that not even a factor they're considering? How do you sell stuff to kids? Like they have Peppa Pig. That's another one that Hasbro has. Where is this focus on hey, we have our own brands that we don't have to pay any licensing for. Do some G.I. Joe stuff for kids that's not cheap. And the stuff that they do put out for kids, it's cheap and it breaks and it's not enticing. Kids want toys that look like more grown-up toys that have less function, and the adults want them to be durable. They want to buy something that they know that their kid's not going to break and, hey, I'm out $35 because, Jimmy couldn't transform this. They got to find a good middle ground. So I think it's wholly possible. But Mike, do you have any commentary?
Mike's gone. He's like, I'm out. He went to take a nap.
He's
probably during my reign. He's like, oh my god. Deluxe, do you have anything you want to say on that one?
Nah, man, I'm good. Okay. I mean, there's not really much you could say. I mean, it happens all the time. That's just with any company.
So one day we won't be here, but there is an old expression. I plant a tree. I'm paraphrasing this, but I plant this tree knowing that I will never enjoy its shade, but hopefully my children will. And as someone who's currently trying to have their first child, I want Hasbro to be around. I want to be able to share Transformers and Joe and all the things that I love with them. And I just, like I said, I'm very passionate about this. I want there to be a future for the company. It's wholly possible for there to be, but
man, I'll push a kid down in Target to get a toy, man. I don't care, man.
And that's why they'll be talking to their second. Did you play with toys when you were a kid? No, because some guy with a beard pushed me down at Arkansas Target.
That fat ass took me out.
Stomped on me. He said, "That's my Starscreamer.
That's my Starscreamer. Damn it! Get the hell out of here, kid."
All right. Well, I guess this is a good place to wrap up. So, before we do, I know Mike stepped away. Sony, you got anything that you want to shout out that you've got? I mean, you had the pile. Are you going to put up a poll? Are you going to be? You got something?
I'm looking at it despairingly, but probably Deathsaurus. That's probably going to be the first one out of there, just because that's the most exciting. I will say Hasbro.
They put some love in the Hasbro
They're doing some
stuff.
good stuff with Hasbro.
This is so much better than Star Stable.
I heard the His Tank. I've seen the His Tank. I got the His Tank, but I sold it to Inyutabi. But I've seen some reviews on it, and it looks freaking awesome. I mean, if I love G.I. Joes like I love Transformers, man, I would just jizz all over that His Tank because it looks good.
The Jizz Tank.
Yeah, it would definitely be called the Jizz Tank, man.
So probably Deathsaurus will be next, but I definitely think they've been doing pretty good on the HasLab. But speaking of HasLab, my Star Saber, I had like a misassembled thing. Like I had the wrong, like a left leg on a right part or whatever, right part on the left leg. And so they said, "Oh, just send it to us, and we'll send you a replacement, a full figure replacement."
Damn.
And they gave me a return label and everything. I sent it in. And then a month went by, 2 months went by, 3 months went by. And then I contacted them and they said, "Oh, we don't have an estimate when you'll get it."
Oh, no.
And I said, "Well, how long is it going to be?" And they're like, "We don't know." And then I said, "Well, what are the options?" They said, "You can take a refund now, which we recommend, or you can just wait. But we can't give you an estimate."
Well, you recommended it in the first place.
And I didn't have the figure, right? So now I don't have the money and I don't have the figure. So I was like, okay, just give me the money because I'm not going to wait forever. So they gave me a refund. They refunded the whole thing. But I was kind of like, that's why I didn't get Deathsaurus. This was sent to me by somebody else. But Now it looks awesome.
Yeah, it's. I bet you're gonna be like, oh, maybe I should have got this.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
But
I mean, honestly,
that's
you're not missing out. I mean, they're two different figures. I mean, I honestly, if I didn't have Star Saber, I would be content with this guy. No, you
Okay.
bringing
Yeah,
one
the
out.
playability is fun. I mean, it's there. I mean, it's a good. It's a lot of accessories too, and
it just looks good. It looks.
And to be honest, I think this guy, he's huge. I mean, he's bigger than
he's bigger than the third party one. He's bigger than the MSC one, I think.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so you could technically shoehorn him in next to like your MP Star Saber if you wanted to.
All right. Well, anyway, that's it. I'll plug that, and that's it.
Yeah. Deluxe, you got anything coming up you want to shout out?
Tomorrow I got my news. I do news on Friday and Tuesdays. This weekend I'm doing something different than I usually. A lot of people now, a lot of reviewers are doing, their top 10, 2023. I'm doing something. What I wish for in 2024, kind of like a wish list. And I'm doing Magic Square and New Age. So they'll be coming up on Saturday and Sunday. So kind of like I wish they would make this, it's hard because, they're, with Magic Square and New Age are one of my favorite companies, or two of my favorite companies. And this is just, some characters I want, kind of a wish list. And I got some Legend stuff coming up. And that's it. But like I said, it was an honor to be on this show again. Thank you so much, as always.
Oh man,
I appreciate you
anytime.
asking me.
Yeah,
And everything. So it's fun. I miss being on the show and everything. So
I sent this man the link last week too. So
I was busy. I'm
just gonna start sending you the link.
I was masturbating a lot. I'm sorry. Golly.
Oh, speaking of New Age, I grabbed this guy because
Nice.
I love the
blue.
Porsche.
Yep. That's a
EX
good one.
version.
That's an older version. That's like a.
It is. I'm going back and getting all the EX cars.
Oh, are you? Okay.
So
Nice.
I have the Prowl coming, and then the Wheeljack EX, and then
that should be coming out for. I don't know if that's out yet or not. I think they got one Wheeljack, the tuned one.
Yeah, the EX didn't come out yet.
Yeah, and I got Swoop. When the hell we get in the Studio Series? I really thought they were going to show that Studio Series Swoop.
Yeah.
Last
that's
weekend.
true.
I don't know. I don't know.
Probably find out by like February. Isn't February when the next Toy
Is that
Fair
the next one? Yeah, I don't know. Or the next Pulse thing, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. When you see that one dude that reviews everything 5 months early, that's when we'll get it. So once you see it first from him,
Did you get the Jizz tank?
Yes, I got the Jizz tank, but I sold it to Inyutabi, one of my friends, or one we know, or extra nosing.
Yeah.
I don't collect Joes anymore, so I'm out. I'm getting all of mine together and gonna take a picture and try to sell them. So I'm done with Joes. So it just doesn't get me all excited like Transformers does. So, but anyways, thank you for having me, and y'all have a wonderful day or night. Wherever you're at.
You said the thing.
Yay.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us. Next week will be a regular show, but after that, we're going to do our year wrap up where we talk about our favorite figures and memories of 2023.
I can't wait to watch that.
You got a couple weeks to go.
Okay.
And I'll be giving away. I'm gonna reveal what I'm giving away on next week's show, and then we'll give it away.
Dick pics. All right.
Won't be that, but
Oh, damn.
it'll be Transformers related.
Awesome. Okay, that's cool.
So, all right. With that, thank you to everybody who tuned into the show tonight.
Thank you, everybody.
Who popped into the chat. Anybody who said hello or just was part of the conversation. We appreciate you more than you know. Make sure on the way out, if you haven't already, slap that like button because it helps us out in the algorithm. If you're not already, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. As I mentioned, we had 2 videos earlier this week, so you're going to want to be notified.
Oh yeah, they were good too. They were good. I watched them. I watched a couple of them. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched them. And Mariano, he does not see you too, man.
He's everywhere.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He's everywhere.
And with that, that'll wrap up tonight. I hope everybody has a great weekend ahead of them. And we'll see you all next Thursday, 9:00 Eastern on the Figure Action Podcast YouTube channel. Hope everybody has a good one, and we'll see you then.
Can I, folks?
Later.